race 3, round 1 here in beautiful Dubai. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our exclusive live coverage wherever you are watching us all around the world for this, the first round of the 2021 Formula 3 Championship of Asia. This is the third race of the weekend. Thus far, we have had 2 events, but the same different race winner. Guan Yu Zhou, Alpine's Formula 1 test driver, has dominated proceedings up until this point. He started off pole position for race 1 and won it by 7 seconds. Race 2 this morning, he started off pole position as well and then raced away to his second victory to take an early lead in the 2021 Formula 3 Asian Championship, which does, of course, offer 18 super license points to a Formula 1 spot in the future. He will start on the second row of the grid, qualifying for this third race of the series. Qualifying took place yesterday morning, so Q2 dictates the grid for race 3 here this afternoon. We have got a driver from France on pole position and a driver from the Holy Land of Israel in this part of the world on the front row of the grid. This is PLC and Roy Nissany, who was on the podium in race 1 yesterday. Pierre-Louis Chauvet takes pole position with a time of 1:34.505 just over 24 hours ago, and will be looking to get off the line, which he did not do so well in both races 1 and 2 this morning. He did finish in 4th place just a few hours ago, and Roy Nissany, he was on the podium, the high-tech team driver, the Williams Formula 1 test driver. He did finish in 2nd place yesterday, intelligently took his high-tech car 14 to 2nd in the race. Start on the outside of the front row of the grid. The drivers are making their way around after a couple of formation laps. Joining me as ever is Aditya Patel, Vice Champion of Asia in the Blancpain GT Series. 4 years ago now, Aditya. Good afternoon. Welcome to the magnificent United Arab Emirates, Aditya Patel.
Thank you, Ian. 4 years ago makes it sound like it was really long ago.
What? No, it was just yesterday.
It was just yesterday. We're in 2021 now. We are looking forward to an exciting final race of this weekend. Zhou's not on pole this time. This time it's Pierre-Louis Chauvet, followed by Roy Nissany. And we saw Nissany get off to a flying start yesterday. He jumped Chauvet on the start and made it stick, and he finished in 2nd place. So I think Nissany is hoping to do the same again, because if he does jump Chauvet on the start this time, that'll put him in the lead of the race. And that puts him in a great position for the rest of the race. But again, it's motorsport. You never know what's going to happen. We saw Kushmaini last time on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, who didn't get off the line for the formation lap. And we spoke to them later on, and it was because of a brake failure. The front brake cylinder jammed, and it just jammed the wheels of the car, and he just couldn't get off the line. So it's a cruel sport sometimes, but he's back in the car. He's starting 8th in race 3 now, and we hope for a good result for everyone.
Yes, Kush did not take the start. He was to have started out of grid 2, but he gets another chance here this afternoon on the 4th row of the grid. So the cars have made their way around on the formation lap. It was a very good point you raised. Roy Nissany rocketed off the line from the 2nd row of the grid. Conversely, Pierre-Louis Chauvet, he has struggled to launch car 3 for Pinnacle Motorsport. Thus far in the weekend, he has been quick, probably really early in the week, the only driver who can take the fight up to Guan Yu Zhou in terms of outright pace. He does take pole position through a quick time, 1:34.505 in the Travel Planet Pinnacle Motorsport car. That was in qualifying 2. Starts on pole, but can he launch it? We are about to find out in just a few minutes' time. We are going to cross down to the grid and catch up with as many drivers as possible before the start of race 3, the Asian Formula 3 Championship here at Dubai.
Thanks, Ian. It's going to be a really exciting battle in this third and final F3 Asian Championship race of 2021's season opener here at Dubai Autodrome. Lots of great drivers to catch up with, and a very different order compared to what we've seen for the first 2 races. Pierre-Louis Chauvet's back on the front row, but this time he's on the crucial left-hand side of the starting grid to get the pole position. Pierre-Louis, magnificent 2nd qualifying yesterday, got you to pole position. What's the plan from here?
Yeah, the goal is simply to win, so I will focus on my start because I need to, and yeah, then let's see what happens. But the pace was quite okay, so let's see.
The start seems to have been the only major weakness you've had over the course of the weekend. It caused you an issue yesterday in race 1. Have we fixed it in time for this one?
Yeah, I hope so. We worked on it, and I hope it will be better. But yeah, it was kind of my weakness. I already improved in quali, but now I need to improve on my start. So let's see now that I worked a bit more.
D'accord. Merci beaucoup. À tout à l'heure.
Thank you very much.
So Pierre-Louis Chevet adding some French flavour to the pole position of the grid. On the second position on the grid, it's good to see him back on the front row in Asian Formula 3. Roy Nizani is back at the sharp end. You can see the mechanics just getting him well adjusted and strapped in. They have to make sure everything is absolutely as it should be before the start of the race. Roy, good to see you back on the front row. How are things from P2?
Looking good. There's a great view ahead. We'll be focusing on that light and trying to get this guy ahead of us in the start directly. Just straight forward from there on.
Fantastic. Hope for a good race.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, buddy. Concentration mode now for Roy Nizani, the Williams development driver. He's obviously going to have a very interesting race to focus on. Next up, it is the Swede Dino Beganovic, who had a fantastic second race, only his second ever Formula 3 race, and he came away with second position. Dino, good to see you again, third position, and there's a great opportunity in this one to get ahead up at the front. How are you feeling?
Feels great to come out with second last race, and I'm very hyped up for this race, and I'm gonna do my best to get the best result and just to get a decent start.
Now, the two guys in front have said that this race is all going to be about the start. Do you think you're going to have a better opportunity than them heading to turn 1?
We'll see. It's as they say, it's about the start. It's very difficult to overtake, but yeah, I'm gonna do my best.
Well, good luck, Dino. Have a great race. So the Ferrari Driver Academy youngster really hoping for a good, solid race. The man down in fourth on the grid is the man who's obviously won both of the two previous races this weekend. So it should be a very interesting one for Guan Yu Zhou. Let's have a word with the Chinese driver. Guan Yu, this is going to be the hardest race without a doubt because you're back in fourth position. How are you focused ahead of the race?
Yeah, I mean, now we just get a clean start. Good start, hopefully we can move forward before turn 1 and then see how the race goes. Obviously, a few people have better tyre condition than me, but I'm confident we have the speed to go with them or even to overtake them. So.
Well, good luck. We'll see you on the podium for the third time.
Well, let's hope so. I'll try my best.
So there's a lot of hope and a lot of people in China hoping that this is going to be their third podium in a row. I think
So that was the point of view literally from behind the visors of the first 5 drivers down on the grid. You can see the French driver PLC in car 3. Get used to hearing that. Of course, Pierre-Louis Chauvet introduced himself to open-wheeler racing at an international level in 2020 when he finished 5th in the Formula Regional European Championship, including a couple of victories with that fabulous win back at Barcelona. And alongside him, to the left of your screen, Roy Nizani from Tel Aviv. For Team High Tech, Guan Yu Zhou, as we say, has dominated the weekend thus far, but starts on the second row of the grid. Look for him to launch. Car 33 for the Abu Dhabi racing team by the Prema Power team. These cars have proven very difficult to pass. We are powered by the Autotechnical, been very difficult to pass. We are powered by the Autotechnical tuned turbocharged Alfa Romeo engine, 1.75 litres, putting out just on 270 horsepower. The GT control tyre, and of course the Tartas T318 Formula Regional European F3 chassis. 23 cars on the grid representing 18 nations for the first major open wheel championship in the Northern Hemisphere. I have to add that last piece because, of course, we did have the New Zealand Grand Prix held 1 week ago, won by Shane Van Giers. And, of course, the S5000 V8-powered monsters having their first round of the 2021 championship in the land down under. That was at Symmons Plains in Tasmania. But in the Northern Hemisphere, the Eurocentric series, even though this is the Championship of Asia and we are in the United Arab Emirates, this really is where 2021 starts. The magnificent Dubai Autodrome, built back in 2004, originally did have a contract with FOM to host the Grand Prix of the United Arab Emirates, the Formula One Grand Prix, that is. And then for, well, let's just say various reasons, then there wasn't a contract. Nevertheless, this is a world-class facility host to the Dubai 24-hour race, which took place here just on 2 weeks ago. A magnificent event once again. The first edition of one of the world's biggest endurance races was held back in 2006. GP2 Asia was held here. They hosted a couple of rounds around about a decade ago. Romain Grosjean, incidentally, for the, I think it was the Dames team, with the outright lap record on the full Grand Prix circuit, which we will use on our return in a few weeks' time. From here we go to Yas Marina Abu Dhabi circuit next week for a double-header race weekend. And of course, Dubai Autodrome, probably the biggest race they've had. The Dubai 24-hour race aside, certainly in open wheel terms, was the sadly now missed A1 GP series, which had something of a base here in the Emirates. So we are set to race for race 3 here this afternoon. Pierre-Louis Chauvet on pole position to the right of your screen. We will go through the grid for you. We'll bring the graphic for the first 5 rows as we wait for the green flag and the cars to set off on their formation lap. Chauvet will need to launch nicely off the line if he is to have any hope. If he gets swamped, well, it will be a difficult half an hour ahead for the French driver from Avignon in the south of France. This is the green flag on the formation lap. Let's take a look at the grid for you. It is PLC in car 3 out of pole. Roy Nissani for Team High-Tech out of grid 2. Second row of the grid, it's Dynamite Dino Beganovic. And the driver from Shanghai, China, who has dominated thus far, it is Guan Yu Zhou. Third row of the grid for the Mumbai Falcons, Jahan Daruvala, and the Czech Roman Stanek, car 11, also for High-Tech Grand Prix, the team run by the 2005 World Kart Racing champion, Oliver Oakes. 7 on the grid, the boy from Brazil, Roberto Faria, and Kush Maney. The only consolation is he has 1 race fresher set of tyres after not starting race 2 this morning. Then we go to Isaac Hadja, a superb podium this morning, and Ayumi Iwasa, the 5th row of the grid, both drivers coming from the 2020 French F4 Series. We go to Patrick Passman, the Finn, and the world's fastest gamer, Chambok Basi, on the 6th row of the grid. Rafael Villagomez, Rhys Ushijima, Lorenzo Fluxa from Mallorca in the middle of the Mediterranean starts alongside Nicola Marinangeli. Alessio Deletta, great run from the Italian this morning. He's alongside the Londoner Casper Stevenson, Zdenek Chauvenet, Alexandre Badignon. We turn the page, it is Arina Sidorkova, Matthias Luthen from Hamburg in Germany, and after crashing out this morning, looking to come from the back of the pack, the local girl, Amna Al-Kabaisi.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race, Ian. We saw in race 2 when they had varied tyres, we expected a little bit more action because some cars were running on newer tyres than others, because drivers have the option to choose a strategy between 2 sets of tyres for 3 races. So even in race 3, we do now have drivers who are starting on better sets than others. So we can safely assume that Roy Nissani saved his good tyres for this race. On the other hand, Guan Yu Zhou, like he said, he's not running on his best set of tyres, so it's going to mix things up a little bit. We're obviously not going to see Guan Yu Zhou run away with it, but you never know. Again, it's motorsport. There's 30 minutes to go. We've got 23 cars charging into turn 1. Strong drivers like Dino and Jehan, you can't discount them. Jehan's got a decent set of tires saved up for this race as well, Kush as well. So the top 10 are looking really strong to give us some good battles during the course of the race.
Expert comments and opinion from Aditya Patel, former GT champion, vice champion of Asia and open wheel racer, joining us here in commentary. We are set to race for race 3 here this afternoon. We welcome you to the amazing, the awesome United Arab Emirates, race 3 of the Formula 3 Championship of Asia. We wait for the 5 lights for the final time this weekend here in Dubai. We race. This time, Pierre-Louis Chauvet gets off the line nicely. He will lead down into turn 1. Guan Yu Zhou right behind in third place. Roy Nissany will try and send it down the inside. The driver from Israel from the second row of the grid tries to rocket into the lead side by side on the opening lap of the race. We've got one of the Mumbai Falcons cars running off wide. That is Daruvala. As we go side by side on the opening lap of the race between Pierre-Louis Chauvet and Roy Nissany. Kushmani, in fact, it is in car 28. It is a hectic start to the opening race, the opening lap of the final race of the weekend.
Yeah, and look there, like the two Mumbai Falcons cars made contact. I think it was Jehan who was squeezed in between Kush and another car, and then they made contact there.
Wow, the two teammates.
You really don't like it when two teammates make contact, do you? Kush is struggling to get his car back to the pit. Jehan got out unscathed. I can't see who that is from behind. That is car number 7, Roberto Faria. So it looks to me like they may have made contact early on.
Nice move down the inside by Irina Sidorkova. Makes the move on Matthias Lutan. The 17-year-old Russian girl, she had bruises all from her shoulders right down to her elbows from being belted in these Formula 3 cars from throughout the week. But that was a nice move by the young 17-year-old from the very north of Russia. We go back to the battle for the front. You can see Nissany, car 14, will come around the final corner for the first time in race 3 this afternoon. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, the French driver, a messy start as one of the Evans Grand Prix cars goes wide. Isaac Hadja in position 5. Nissany with the race lead. Tino in second. Side by side with Pierre-Louis Chauvet. Well, if the first 2 races were processional, wow, have we got a race this afternoon. Bogdanovic in 16 on the outside of Chauvet. PLC in car 3 tries to go position 2 and takes the Swede. Bogdanovic will try and get the toe tucked in behind. It's the Czech Roman Stanek with a super start for High Tech Grand Prix. The Formula 3 Championship of Asia for 2021. Down in pit lane, that's Guan Yu Zhou. Wow, the driver who has dominated thus far this weekend. Guan Yu Zhou, pole position in race 1, a victory in race 1, the same again this morning, is down in the box. He's joined just ahead by Kushmaini. What a start to the race. Guan Yu Zhou will not win race 3.
Guan Yu Zhou is definitely not going to win race 3. I think it was the 3 of them who made contact. I think it was the 2 Mumbai Falcons cars and Guan Yu Zhou. We need to take a closer look at that at some point. But while we were looking at that, Roy Nissany, he grabbed the lead and he's run away. And we're looking at Roman Stanek now fighting for second place.
On the outside of Pierre-Louis Chauvet, we go back to live action here at Dubai. Roy Nissany with a nice lead. Guan Yu Zhou did not get a good start off the line as Roy Nissany rocketed into the race lead from the second row of the grid, from the outside of the front row, I should say, from the second row of the grid. Tino Bogdanovic trying to fight for the lead. What about Roman Stanek? Brilliant start by the Czech driver as you look at the race leader, Roy Nissany. Williams Formula 1 test driver goes through in the lead. It's an enormous lead as well. 2.9 seconds from Roy. Back to Pierre-Louis Chauvet on your screen. In fact, that's Alexandre Bardignon, his teammate, the other French driver. Car 25 going slowly down the back straight, so a hectic start. Let's recap. Kushmaini into the pits for a new front nose cone. He has rejoined. Guan Yu Zhou is out of the car the driver from Shanghai in China, is out. Retires from race 3. Roberto Faria, Alexandre Bardignon, they had their own incident on the opening lap of the race. The fight for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Chauvet, Stanek, Beganovic and Isaac Hadjar. Ayumi Iwasa, Cembokul Basi from Turkey up into 7th. What about Lorenzo Flutzer into 8th? Reese Ushijima 9th and Zdenek Chovanec into 10th place. An amazing start here this afternoon. There's Casper Stevenson and Irina Sidorkova, the 2 Evans Grand Prix team drivers. Irina having a great run this afternoon. Such a sly girl she is. As we mentioned, absolutely belted. She's got black bruises all over her arms and shoulders from racing here thus far this weekend at Dubai, but she's running really well. Her teammate Casper Stevenson just ahead in 13th place.
Super impressive job by Irina. She did struggle a little bit early on in race 1, race 2, but now she's found herself in the mix in 15th. Great job by her, considering she's bruised and battered from driving this car for the last 3 or 4 days. But back to the guys in front, it's a big change from what we've seen early on with Zhu just running away, and now you've got Nissany taking advantage of everything happening around him to jump into the lead and pull open a gap. But it looks like it's hard right now for Chauvet to try and reel him in. I can imagine Stanek wants that 2nd place. It would be a high-tech 1-2 if he can get it, but Chauvet, he's not an easy driver to pass, and he is fast.
Pierre-Louis Chauvet with the fastest 2nd sector of this lap, but that was immediately beaten by Roman Stanek, the Czech, the former Cosmic Kart team driver in position 3 for Team High-Tech. Will be racing with High-Tech in the FIA Formula 3 Championship of 2021. Great start this afternoon at the moment. In these early stages of this race, Roman is on the podium. Pierre-Louis Chauvet in 2nd place, trying to chase down Roy Nissany, and he is catching him, although Nissany, the gap was 2.9 seconds. He's taken 0.6 of a second out of the race leader, but that's still an enormous lead, 2.3 seconds.
It's not going to be easy to catch, but Chauvet, he does have the pace to reel him in slowly. But again, we've got 23 minutes to go. It's still a relatively long time left in the race. Hadjar, he's waiting right behind this pack. He is holding on to them. He's not losing touch. So we could see him spring a surprise because Hadjar's staying right behind Dino. And Dino, like he said early on in the race, he feels like he's got a good strategy to possibly win, which means he is definitely going to try and pounce on Roman at some point during the race. Because we've seen through the practice sessions, Dino, Pierre-Louis, Roy, they're consistent, they're quick, they have what it takes through the course of the race to win. And Roman Stanek just found himself there in the top 3. He was quick, no doubt, but now he's found himself in the top 3. He's got his mirrors full of Dino's car. It's not going to be easy to hold on, but just as I said that, he's just set the fastest first sector.
You look at Jahan Daruvala, the sole remaining Mumbai Falcons team driver. In fact, it's Kushmani, I'm sorry, who has rejoined. He's down in last place. Daruvala not having a good run as well. He's in 16th. As you look at Roberto Faria going through. So let's check the order for you. It is Roy Nissany, Pierre-Louis Chauvet, Roman Stanek, Dino Beganovic, Isaac Hadjar, Ayumu Iwasa, Cembokul Basi, Ushijima Flutzer. Superb job from the Spaniard in position 9, and Zdenek Chovanec in 10th place. Roy Nissany had a 2.9 second lead as you look at Lorenzo Flutzer going through in car 62. Fabulous start. He struggled for straight line speed. They had a high downforce setup on the Spaniard's car, but he's really going well here this afternoon. Lorenzo Flutzer comes across the line. He's just lost a place to Zdenek Chovanec, but he's still in 10th. Roy Nissany, he had a 2.9 second lead. It went down to 2.3 seconds. Pierre-Louis Chauvet is reeling him in, hand over fist. Pierre-Louis Chauvet in second place. The gap from 2.9 seconds. We'll try and get back to the fight for the leaders. Apologies, this is out of our control, what you're seeing on your screen. But PLC is absolutely hauling here this afternoon in Dubai. Nissany has got a lead, but it's down to just on 1 second. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, the fastest driver in the race, a 1:36.807. He was 0.5 of a second faster than Roy Nissany last time round. 1/3 race distance. Nissany, a 1:37.3 last time. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, 1:36.8. We'll check the gap as they come across the line this time, down to 0.9 of a second. Pierre-Louis Chauvet is catching him. There he is in second place. Roy Nissany down into turn 1. For Team Hi-Tech has got the race lead. He was on the podium yesterday. He did not have the quickest car, but it was an intelligent drive. He will need to drive the wheels off car 14 if he takes victory here this afternoon. Chauvet, last time a 1:36.7 versus 1:36.9. Down the back straight, Roy Nissany, he's being caught. Chauvet is coming.
And he's coming fast. He was 2.3 seconds not so long ago, and now he's 9/10 behind him. He's reeling him in really quickly. We have to remember, Nissany does have a good set of tires on, but he seems to be finding it tough to just keep those consistent lap times going. Chauvet is really reeling him in quickly. Stanek hasn't been able to keep up with Chauvet as well. I think it's going to give us some interesting racing, but we saw yesterday, overtaking is so hard on this circuit. Nissany had Jehan behind him for laps and laps and laps, and he couldn't do anything about it. Let's see if Chauvet can do something, because Chauvet is hungry for this win. He's young and he wants to beat a Formula 2 driver, and we heard him on the start. He said he wants to win.
Let's remember Pierre-Louis Chauvet did start from pole position. He's the fastest driver on the circuit. Another fastest sector. They go down the hill into the final turn to complete lap 7. Roy Nissany on your screen under pressure. The gap was 2.9 seconds. Pierre-Louis Chauvet is right behind the Israeli. Gets the toe as they come down the straight. Nissany goes right. Chauvet goes with him. Chauvet now pulls to his left, to your right, down into turn 1. Nissany tries to hold the pace. There is no space on the outside of turn 1. Chauvet tucks back in. Will he just send it down the inside? Tries the outside, does PLC in car 3, trying to take position 1. Nissany defending for his life, and Roman Stanek, at the moment, it is a Hi-Tech 1-2, but he's trying to reel in the Pinnacle Motorsport driver who just set the fastest lap of the race again. Goes defensive into the right-hand hairpin. There's Stanek in the background. What a race here this afternoon. Chauvet all over the back of the Israeli around the outside. The track turns left, but he'll have to run next time round. But he just does not have the track position. There is Stanek coming to fight as well. What a race, the Formula 3 Championship of Asia. Race 3, round 1 here at Dubai this afternoon. Chauvet around the outside tries to take Nissany down through the left-hand kink. Will he hold on? Nissany under immense pressure. His teammate is coming as well. The Czech, Roman Stanek, dragging Dino Beganovic into the fight. Chauvet with the send down the inside. Has to back out of the throttle or run into the back of car 14. Stanek is right there. Dino Beganovic P4. They come onto the straight. It is Roy, Pierre-Louis, Roman, Dino, and Isaac Hadja. There's Iwasa trying to catch up as well. What a race. Roy Nissany under attack down into turn 1. Defends. Chauvet on the outside. Stanek, the former Cosmic Car team driver, right behind. Roy Nissany under immense pressure. It's only a matter of time.
Roy Nissany, he's doing everything in the book to keep Chauvet behind him. It's played into the hands of his teammate. Roman Stanek, who's right there, but that's also played into the hands of Dynamite Dino, who was waiting for this opportunity. Isaac Hadja as well. Oh, they're all over the place here. Chauvet is trying everything. Chauvet knows if he gets stuck behind Roy Nissany for too long, he's got 3 cars behind him who are waiting to pounce. He needs to make that move and make it quickly. I think he's got him.
Down the inside, Nissany cannot resist any longer. He's absolutely going to get mauled. Chauvet drove down the right side of the track. The sand was flying. He almost put it into the desert. But PLC in car 3, the Travel Planet entry, position 1. They are 4 wide behind. Dino goes through to second place. Stanek side by side with his teammate. Roy Nissany, the early race leader, under attack. At the moment, he's off the podium around the outside. What a move! Isaac Hadja, the 16-year-old from Paris in France for Evans Grand Prix, now just 1 step off the podium. Roy Nissany, car 14. There's Roman on your screen in car 11. What a race. This is more like at the first 2 races. Somewhat processional, yes. We will concede that, but this is just racing dynamite here this afternoon. Chauvet with the race lead. Bogdanovic second, Nissany third. Hadja, Stanek, Awasa, Ushijima, the world's fastest gamer, Cem Bokulbashi, Zdenek Chovanec and Lorenzo Fluxa from Mallorca in the middle of the Mediterranean rounds out position 10 for the reigning champions, Black Arts Racing.
Oh, that last lap has had me breathless. I haven't been speaking, you have, but I've just been breathless on that last lap. But Isaac Hadja and Dino, they've made full use of what was happening in front of them. Of course, now Nissany's mirrors are full of Isaac Hadja's car, but Dino's not letting Chauvet get away. I think Dino can taste victory here. He's giving it everything.
The 2 young guns, that's the Ferrari Academy junior driver in second place. Dino Bogdanovic right behind Pierre-Louis Chauvet. The gap officially 7/10. It looks a lot closer than that. There's Isaac Hadja. What a talent is this kid. Algerian descent from Paris in France. Straight out of the French Formula 4 Championship, as is Ayumu Iwasa, who won the French F4 Series last year. We go back a few places in the pack. Bokulbashi, Chauvenac, Fluxa, Daruvala. In 11th place is Jahan. Just as he has to defend, there's Patrick Passman just behind. Alessio Deleda back in 13th after that great run. He was in 5th for much of the race early this morning. Have just clicked over half race distance. Pierre-Louis Chauvet is the race leader, a 1:36.521. As you look at Jahan trying to fight his way back through the field, his teammate Kush Maini did pit for a new front wing. He's still circulating, but way down the field if you're just joining us now. As one of the high-tech cars goes right ahead, that's Roman Stanek out with damage to the front right. Stanek out of the race.
It looks like he's made contact with someone. The car in front of him was Isaac Hadja, but he was also fighting with Ayumu Iwasa. I don't know if he's made contact with anybody there, but these guys seem to be running fine. The top 5 seem to be running fine. Chauvet seems to just about be holding that gap with Dynamite Dino. Yeah, it looks like it's weird. Maybe he did make contact with someone. Hopefully we'll get to see that.
Almost certainly. Roman Stanek was in position 5. Has retired from the race. There is Daruvala going through. He picks up another place. He's now in 9th spot. Head of Lorenzo Flutza, Patrick Pasma, Alessio Deleda. Good drive from Casper Stevenson. Now into 13th is the Londoner, ahead of Nicola Marinangeli. Rafael Villagomez, the Mexican, ahead of Matthias Luton. Would you believe Matthias, car 40, his first ever car race just 15 months ago, and here he is racing in the Asian F3 Championship. He's ahead of Irina Sidorkova, Amna Alcabasi, Roberto Faria, Alexandre Martignon. The final runner at the moment is Kush Maini as the race leader comes across the line. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, the gap was 7/10 of a second last time round to Dino Bogdanovic. It's now out to 1 second. Dino is just losing a couple of tenths a lap to the race leader Pierre-Louis Chauvet. The Travel Planet entry, car 3, position 1 for PLC, down into turn 1. Bogdanovic in second. Roy Nissany, the experience, the intelligence of Roy, the FIA Formula 2 driver. He has withstood the pressure. For the moment, sure, he does not have the race lead, but his teammate who was attacking him, Roman Stanek, has retired.
Roy Nissany seems to have picked himself up again, though. He did lose pace really quickly at some stage 3 laps ago, but he is holding on to the leaders. He's not dropping back as fast as we expected him to. Isaac Hadja is not able to take the challenge to Nissany. They all caught him really quickly. There was so much action, but seems to have settled down right now. We're looking at Pierre-Louis Chauvet. His nose seems to be damaged from some contact, I'm guessing, with Roy Nissany. But Dino just doesn't have an answer to Chauvet's pace.
Not at the moment. Pierre-Louis Chauvet did start off pole position again, did not get the best start. It wasn't bad. It was just that Roy Nissany led down into turn 1, just would not concede, and would lead the early part of this race. On the podium yesterday is the F2 driver who's now in 3rd place. His teammate Roman Stanek has retired. As we pass 2/3 race distance, Pierre-Louis Chauvet, we're checking the gap, 1.2 seconds. Bogdanovic definitely losing time to the race leader. Iwasa in the background. He is catching up, almost getting the toe from Hadja. Good drive from Reese Ushijima, the Californian-born Japanese driver, racing with the British licence for the high-tech team. Ahead of Chambok Ulbashi, so much support for Chambok Ulbashi, the world's fastest gamer. From Istanbul in Turkey for the Black Arts racing team, Jahan Daruvala has just set the fastest first sector of the entire race. Had to start way back on the grid, but has fought his way up into 8th place by Zdenek Šobenak. Lorenzo Fluxa, one of the 4 Fluxa siblings. Older sister Lisalbel, younger brother Lucas, and little Lonita Fluxa, the 4 Fluxa siblings. And their boy Lorenzo doing a great job after struggling for straight line pace. He's in the top 10. A move down the inside. Nicola Marinangeli looked as though the Italian was just about to take the Londoner Casper Stevenson. Not quite this time. There's Alessio Dell'Edda going through in car 10. Had a good run this morning. Did the Italian. Alessio racing in the FIA Formula 2 Championship for this season with HWA. Outside the top 10 at the moment. Ahead of Stevenson, his countryman Marinangeli, and the Mexican Rafael Villagomez. There is Chauvet, wants the victory here this afternoon. Bogdanovic in 2nd, Nissany 3rd. Hadja being caught by Ayumu Iwasa.
Chauvet's got his head down. Chauvet knows this race is his. He's not making any mistakes. Dino just doesn't have an answer to Chauvet's pace here. Nissany, well, he dropped behind them. He's not able to do anything about it, but he's able to keep Isaac Hadja at bay. While we say that, Jahan Daruvala has just set the fastest lap time of the race. And let's not discount the effort he's put in. Jahan, if you remember, early on had that contact with his teammates, and he fell so far behind. I think he's made up about 8 places. I'd love to see his on board to see what he's done, because yesterday he said it's so hard to overtake, and now he's just flying past the field.
A 1:36.237. We have been showing images of Jahan because he's absolutely flying. He has gone faster even than the race leader. He will not catch Pierre-Louis Chauvet. He'll be praying for a safety car intervention. Pierre-Louis Chauvet certainly won't be. He's got 1.36 seconds. Over Dino Bogdanovic in 2nd place. Roy still in 3rd is the Israeli Isaac Hadja, still fighting with Ayumu Iwasa. It is the French Formula 4 Championship all over again between Isaac and Ayumu. Dino, meanwhile, he finished 3rd, let's not forget, in the Italian F4 Championship, powered by Arbath, presented by WSK Promotion in 2020, with a couple of victories, including a stunning win at Imola in November of last year. As Pierre-Louis Chauvet comes onto the straight, 5th in the Formula Regional Series for 2020. That title in these identical cars was ultimately won by Jean-Luc Petikov. For the Prema Power team, Pierre-Louis Chauvet racing for Van Amersfoort Racing in 2020. He lines up for the Jensen Motorsport team in the FIA F3 Championship. One of the Evans Grand Prix cars has spun on the final corner. Casper Stevenson has gone round after having a great run up until the final stages of the race. He was in 13th place. Casper Stevenson has looked it on the Radisson Hotel final, turn 11. He has just rejoined, I can tell you, as he comes across in front of our commentary position on the start-finish straight. Casper Stevenson way down the field in 17th place. Down the inside, Alessio Deletta tries to take Cham Bokelbashi. The superbly presented car 74. In fact, it's Daruvala.
Jehan is trying everything he can to get past Cham Bokelbashi as soon as he can, because he's running short of time. Because if he can get past Bokelbashi, he can catch Ushijima. That puts him in a top 6 position. At this moment, all he needs is points, because Zhu is out of the race, Nissani is leading, and Jehan is desperate for points after that disastrous start. We watched him carve through the field. We're watching him put all that F2 experience into good use here.
On the podium yesterday was Jehan Daruvala, fastest driver on the circuit. A big lock-up a few moments ago. Car 74, that's Cham Bokelbashi. He's 150,000 followers on Instagram cheering him on, but he's under immense pressure from the driver from Mumbai in India. Gets the tow at well over 250 k's an hour down the straight. Jam looks right, looks left, takes the racing line, dives down the inside. Nicely done by Daruvala. Bokelbashi holds on. He's on the racing line. He'll have an extra few engine RPM. Daruvala around the outside, tries to take him. What a move! Jehan Daruvala takes the place. Bokelbashi has got no response. Or does he? Gets the tow down the back straight. The sand flies here in the Arabian desert. Bokelbashi wants the place back. Daruvala from near on the back of the grid up into 7th place. Holds off the young Turk and takes the place for good this time. Nicely done. Finally, Jehan Daruvala now up into position 7. Stunning drive by the Indian.
Fantastic drive by Jehan. He's had to come through the field. It's not easy on the tires for him to be able to do that, but he is carving through the field. He wants to get as high up as he can to make up for any points deficit. Reese Ushijima is next, but he's 5 seconds in front of him, and he's got 4 minutes to go, so that's going to be hard to do. But going back to the leaders, Pierre-Louis Chauvet has a comfortable 2.5 over Dino, who also has another 2.5 over Roy Nissani. It seems that they've found themselves stuck in this position now.
Daruvala comes across the line. We should clarify, of course, he did start on grid 5, not so far back on the grid, but was off the circuit, near on, back to last, after just a couple of corners here in race 3 at Dubai this afternoon. So he has passed something like 13 or 14 cars to come across the line in 7th place here this afternoon. Reese Ushijima up into 6th place. Great drive by Reese for Team High Tech, whose teammate Roy Nissani still in 3rd place. So let's check the order. The dying stages of race 3, the Asian Formula 3 Championship for 2021 here at the Dubai Autodrome. Pierre-Louis Chauvet has 1.8 seconds. Back to the Super Swede, Dino Beganovic. Roy Nissani in 3rd place. Isaac Haja on the podium this morning. He's in position 4. Ayumu Iwasa, position 5. Ushijima, Daruvala, Bokelbashi, Chauvenac, and Lorenzo Fluxa rounds out the 10. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, he wants this. He will surely not make a mistake. Determined to take the victory. And let's remember, Guan Yu Zhou gets 0 points from this. The final race of the afternoon here in the United Arab Emirates. The construction site, the Dubai skyline in the background as Alexandre Bardignon retires. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, his countryman, continues to lead. Alexandre Bardignon steps out of the car. Of course, he will be racing in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine in 2021, starting the season here in the Emirates, but retires from the final race of the weekend here in Dubai.
Talking about Zhu, he did dominate the first 2 races, but I'm sure he's sitting in there extremely disappointed with what went on early on in the race, because he is watching Dino, Pierre-Louis Chauvet and Nissani score those points to help them reel him back in the championship. We have to remember it's 4 back-to-back weekends. They're back in the car I think it's 3 days from now, they're back in the car for testing, and then it's 4 days of racing back-to-back. So it's hectic. everything's going to happen so quickly.
I haven't looked. Today is Saturday, is it not, Aditya? We go to Yas Marina in, I'm not sure, I think we're heading up tomorrow, a COVID test later, a border crossing. But yes, it is a double race weekend, 6 races effectively in about 4 days' time at the Yas Marina Formula One Grand Prix circuit. Guan Yu Zhou, should we believe, still just have the series lead. Pierre-Louis Chauvet has got the race lead here this afternoon. And the Formula 3 Championship of Asia for 2021 is certainly still on the Frenchman's mind. Dying stages, we believe this is the penultimate lap of the race that we are on now.
Yeah, I think there's one more lap to go possibly after this, and looks pretty easy for Pierre-Louis Chauvet. He just crosses the line now. Looks quite easy for him unless he makes any mistakes. And interestingly, we haven't seen any track limit warnings. I think the drivers have taken the warnings quite seriously in race 2. Race 3, there haven't been any track limit warnings so far.
Just as you say that, one of the polystyrene bollards in the background we can see has been absolutely shattered. As you look at the Japanese Honda-backed Red Bull Junior, the reigning French F4 champion, Iwasa in position 5. We believe this is the final lap of the race. Pierre-Louis Chauvet on his way to victory. Another fastest lap for Daruvala in position 7. They go down the far part of the circuit here in the winter time in the United Arab Emirates. A glorious afternoon here in Dubai. The temperature 28 degrees Celsius. There's Amna Al-Kubaisi. Has had a better run here this afternoon. She's tucked in behind Matthias Luton ahead of Roberto Faria. So we're not sure. We believe there'll be one lap to go, in fact, after this. No, this is the last lap. The checkered flag is being readied as you look at Amna Al-Kubaisi in car 88. Pierre-Louis Chauvet has driven faultlessly, started off pole position. Roy Nissany muscled his way into the lead. But it wasn't long before the Frenchman reeled in the gap from 2.9 seconds. He caught him hand over fist and will take the victory here this afternoon. Pierre-Louis Chauvet, it is PLC in car 3, goes position 1 here in Dubai. The Travel Planet Pinnacle Motorsport has a fantastic trip to victory lane here this afternoon. Dino Beganovic second, and Roy Nissany again on the podium. He's the Israeli in third place. Isaac Hajar crosses the line, P4. Ayumu Iwasa in P5. The 2 Japanese drivers, 5 and 6, race right behind. Jahan Daruvala, what a recovery drive for the Indian. 7th place with fastest lap after fastest lap. A 136.237 on lap 19. The final lap of the race for Jahan Daruvala. The quickest driver on the circuit, beats home Jan Bokelbashi, Zdenek Chovanec, and Lorenzo Fluxa from Mallorca rounds out the top 10. Pierre-Louis Chauvet has taken victory here in Dubai this afternoon. Fabulous drive from PLC.
Fantastic drive by PLC. He had his eyes on the victory right from the get-go, and Roy Nissany didn't make it easy. He got him on the first lap. He opened up a gap. Literally 2-3 laps into it, we thought Roy Nissany is going to run away with it, and then PLC started to reel him in, and that's when everything unfolded. It gave us a lot to talk about, especially after the first 2 races where we saw this processional style of racing. Everybody was just following each other, and here we saw that slipstream that everybody said didn't exist.
Exactly. They were being conservative in the first 2 races. They weren't the best, let's be honest, but race 3 this afternoon, that was fabulous. Pierre-Louis Chauvet takes the victory. 1.8 seconds, incidentally, was the margin over Dino Beganovic. Another podium for the former Ward Racing WSK International kart racer. In 2nd place, 17 years of age, is young Dino, the Ferrari Academy junior driver. His younger brother Amir has made the trip. I'll get the English language correct. His younger brother Amir makes the trip down from the snow and the ice of northern Sweden to be here to watch his older brother take another podium here in the opening round of the Formula 3 Championship of Asia. This world-class field. And we've got a Frenchman, a Swede, and Roy Nissany from Tel Aviv in the Holy Land of Israel again on the podium for Team High Tech in 3rd place. There's Roy, car 14, and there's Pierre-Louis Chauvet Car 3, position 1 for the driver born in Menton down on the French Riviera, now living in Avignon in central southern France. Takes position 1, and he's well one to watch for the 2021 championship.
You can see how ecstatic he is with that victory. I think this definitely means a lot to him. For a lot of these drivers, when they saw the entry list, I don't think they expected to see such stiff competition. And as we got closer to the races, we started to see more and more drivers sign up for this championship. And then for Pierre-Louis Chauvet now to take victory with the likes of Roy Nissany, Guanyu Zhou, Jehan Daruvala on this grid, it must be a fantastic feeling. And let's not forget Dino, Dynamite Dino, back on the podium, second place, 2 second places in 3 races. He must be extremely happy with that. That gives him a lot of points.
He'll be even happier that you're learning to say it, but you have to say it like this. Dynamite Dino Beganovic and PLC in car 3. They finish 1 and 2. He'll be proud of you. I know he'll be delighted with another podium here this afternoon. You've done well, Aditya.
I've got to throw in that Aussie accent to be able to say it like, Dynamite Dino!
Wow, there is the race winner, Pierre-Louis Chauvet. Celebrates. What a trip for the Travel Planet team driver here in Dubai. Absolutely ecstatic. He won for the first time in Formula 3 at Barcelona in the Formula Regional European Championship in 2020. That was in November. He will be lining up in the FIA Formula 3 Championship with Jensen Motorsport for 2021. And we believe he now sits second in the series. That is provisional. We will bring you an update with the point score for before the Abu Dhabi round. We believe Guanyu Zhou does take the series lead. This is the race result. Pierre-Louis Chauvet takes race 3 victory from Dino Beganovic. Roy Nissany, Isaac Hadja, Ayumu Iwasa, Reese. Good drive from the British, American, Japanese driver. Jahan from near on last after a first lap incident recovers with the fastest lap to finish 7th. From the world's fastest gamer from Istanbul in Turkey, Cem Bokelbashi, Zdenek Shervanak, good recovery after missing race 1. And Lorenzo Flutza finishes in 10th place. A great drive from Lorenzo after struggling for straight line speed in the first 2 races here this weekend. But it is the driver from France who takes the victory, the Swede in 2nd and the Israeli in 3rd. We'll try and catch up with the race winner in just a moment. There he is. Pierre-Louis Chauvet takes race 3 victory here at the Dubai Autodrome the last weekend of January 2021, the Asian F3 Championship.
Victory. Welcome to Victory Lane in only your 3rd race of Asian Formula 3. Talk us through that race. It must have been pretty hectic out there.
Yeah, really nice. I improved my start. It was on the edge, but let's say, yeah, Roy did a nice overtake in T1. And then I just fought like 100%. And yeah, overtook him back. It was a tight battle, but I'm really happy.
Before this weekend, a few people around the world knew your name. A lot more people know now. When we go to Yas, you're in the championship fight.
Thank you. I know that. Now I'm a bit more known, let's say, and really happy about that. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. Brilliant victory.
Thank you.
Nice to hear from Pierre-Louis. We'll try and catch up with Dino again in just a moment. Beganovic finishes on the podium again here in Dubai, this time in 2nd place. Dino Beganovic now steps up to the podium We do have to follow the protocol, of course. You know the reason why. There is the Swede, the Ferrari Academy junior driver, Dino Beganovic, on the podium here at Dubai in second place.
Well, Dino, you are really getting to make a bit of a habit of this now. 2 podiums this weekend. What a perfect way to start. Just talk us through the race, particularly when the battle was really starting to shake up.
Yeah, I mean, it was very hectic. Like, it was really tough, and to make the right decision, to plan everything, and to see the thing from another view. So no, I mean, it was a great race. I mean, it was really fun to have overtakes in this race and a fight. So I mean, it was really hectic, and I was sweating a lot at that moment.
Next week off we go to Yas Marina, where there's a chance to get some more podiums. Do you think that's where you're going to take your first win?
I mean, we have a great opportunity. It is great to start this championship with 2 podiums already in the first weekend, and I mean, we have a really good opportunity. I have the confidence. I really have the confidence now to succeed. So I'm ready for it.
Welcome to Formula 3, a brilliant weekend. Well done.
Thank you.
Dino Beganovic on the podium in second place. I know there's some people in the north of Sweden, Joachim, Rosemary and Rebecca Ward, proud of their boy Dino, who finishes on the podium here in Dubai again this afternoon. Could he be a dark horse for the championship? We'll try and catch up with Roy Nassani. An intelligent driver, Ditcher from Roy, did not have the quickest car, but he's got the experience to hold on for another podium.
Indeed, Roy has the experience. He did have a tough time holding Chauvet behind him. There we see Roy Nassani. He had a tough time holding Chauvet behind him. He fell back a little bit, but he held on finally to hold on to that third podium spot.
Let's hear from the Israeli now.
Roy, it looked like a particularly tough race out there. A second podium for the weekend, though, for you, so it's good points in the championship. Just talk us through the middle part of that race when things got a little spicy.
Well, yeah, definitely spicy. It's been not bad weekend overall, but obviously we aim for much more. We are lacking race pace right now, and me and the guys will work very hard tonight and during the week to figure this out. It was tough fights out there. The guys are not giving it easily. And the only thing we are missing right now is this little bit of race pace. We've got the quali pace, we can qualify out front, and once we figure this little issue out, we're going to run away and get a top trophy.
Well, next week, of course, the championship moves to Abu Dhabi on the Yas Marina circuit, which you know very well. Do you think things will go better there?
We will work so hard, and I know the track very well, so I really trust it will.
Fantastic performance all weekend. Great to see you on the podium again. Well done.
Thank you everyone.
Chauvet from the Formula Regional European Championship finishes in position 1. The Ward Racing WSK International Kata and Italian F4 driver Beganovic finishes 2nd, and the Williams F1 test driver finishes in 3rd. That wraps up our coverage of the first round of the Formula 3 Asian Championship. Great to have your company. We'll see you at Yas Marina Formula 1 Grand Prix circuit in a few days' time.